I gotta pull the motor back out, fix the transmission, stuck in first gear. Nice. So, I don't think I had this timed correctly. It goes down in here. I don't know if you can see that. And then this is the shift pawl. Ratchets on that, and that drives the shift drum. So they say install it in fourth gear. Pretty sure. One, two, and the third notch should be fourth gear. I'll do that and get this slipped in. We want one tooth showing two of the notch, and the two notches showing up in that. Okay, there it is, all assembled. And you can't see in there. Let me see if I can light on the situation. See that one little tooth showing down in here, and then two showing up in here. So I think I had it one tooth this way when I shifted it down in. Okay, so a fella hit stop on the video at the ending there too fast. So I got it to shift out of first. Part of the problem was the shift drum had a little burr in the groove that the shift fork rides in, and it would get stuck on that. And then the other problem is that I had I think it's called the sector gear, that turns the shift drum from the shifter. That wasn't properly timed, so I got that figured out. And I changed the shift forks because I had another set of shift forks that I got because it was missing the 6-gear shift fork. It is a 6-speed. It was missing a lot of things. This thing came in 6 totes. It was missing a motor mount. There's 2 triangles on the front of the motor. It was missing one of those, so I had to make one. It was missing the exhaust flange. I had to make one of those, which I still have to weld some washers on to hook the springs on. And what else is missing? Nuts and bolts, which ain't a big deal. I usually try to put new ones on. I try to keep the original ones. If they're not in bad shape, clean them up. But I put it back together. It shifts all through, up 6 gear all the way down first, back up to 6 gear without just rotating the engine, turning the counter shaft, getting the gears to line up so it shifts. Does that fine. What else was it missing? It was missing 4th gear, and the reason, the fella told me, he took it apart in I think 78 or 79 because 3rd gear, it kept jumping out of 3rd gear. So I had to find a 3rd gear that was in good shape, which I did, and I put that in. Hopefully it's got a little wear on it. The dogs get worn on those Husqvarnas. They get rounded off and they'll jump out or don't want to go into gear too easy. So I got a better one. It's not brand new. Couldn't find a new one. I'd like to find NOS parts, but that with the 70s bikes, it's getting hard to do anymore. Yeah, I put all that in. So it was missing the 6th gear shift forks, so I found a set of shift forks with shafts. I got that, and I put the original first, second, third, fourth, and fifth gear shift forks and shafts in it. And then the 6-gear shift fork that I got with the other set. So I was having a hard time shifting with those in, and they did show some wear. I didn't think it would be a problem. I think the shafts might have been a little too worn, or the insides of the shift forks where they ride on the shafts, where the shafts go through the shift forks. So those were probably worn. I couldn't tell by looking at them, but I put the other ones in I found, and it shifts good. So we'll see when I get it running if it does shift even better or good when it runs and stays in gear and all that good stuff. But most likely it won't get ridden too much. I think it's going to be a showpiece to sit in the living room or whatever. The guy's pretty old. He's in his upper 70s. He was an A rider back in the day. He did ride the thing pretty hard, and of course he's probably pretty worn out from all that activity, as everybody gets from riding these darn dirt bikes. But it's so much fun. How can you stop, really? Anyways, so I figured I'd put a little update at the end of that and let you know what all happened with that stuff. So on to the next one. I got, let's see, here I got this guy, 04 CR 250. I don't know if you can see that thing. That needs a lot of stuff, so we'll be getting to that. And of course my 2000, because I want to be riding that. And a little work to the 500 will be coming up. So do all the likey, subscribey stuff, and I'll be back with more.